Greetings from Switzerland. You might see in some of the pictures you will see in the next few minutes that the fall also started here in Switzerland. The leaves are more and more colorful. It's a wonderful day. You see me here at the entrance, at the door of the castle of Trachselwald, and I can promise now that in case the foundation will be established, the second and the third floor will be dedicated to the Anabaptist history. Part of the second floor and the whole third floor will be exhibits and also changing exhibitions, and on the other hand, fixed installations like multimedia presentation of Anabaptist history. This is now what the strategy is looking for as we are trying to establish more and more clear shape of what this prison museum will look like in a few years. Now we have a short look to the front of the fundraising tour I made this summer. There's not much achieved yet, I'm sorry to tell you. We have $7,000 in cash and $5,000 in pledges, makes together $12,000. It's not just the aim I thought I would reach when I turned back from the United States. So I came back and I was asking myself, what did I do wrong? I mean, it's so exciting project here. It's such an opportunity. It's unique. What did I do wrong that the people didn't just fly on this and bring some of their money to invest in the future of this castle? Asking myself this crucial question, I thought maybe I didn't really go for people who were willing to pick up the impetus, to take responsibility, to become by their own multipliers of this idea. People who would say, okay, I'm looking in my own environment, I go for our pastor, I look what to do in my congregation, and I would like to spread and to forward this message, to spread the calendars or the DVDs or whatever, finding people who really are multipliers, who are like key people, so I can leave it in their hands and leave it up to them what next steps they will be willing to do. As the next question I was asking myself, was the project elaborated to an extent that people who would like to be partners of the Swiss Mennonites, American Amish, American Mennonites, would they have like a shape of what is going to be worked out finally? Do they have a real idea in where are they pouring their money in? Or would they just pour the money in a barrel where they cannot see what is going to happen to my money? So it's such an extended project, they cannot have something like an overview. So I have to answer this question with yes. Yes, we were not able to really tell the people exactly what is their part. And only now it's possible because we had some other meetings and the project is growing with every month, that we're able to tell the people, yes, it's going to be the second floor, it's going to be the third floor, and this can be realized with the money coming from donators, from sponsors. It's not just a wholesale castle and nobody knows exactly which is our part. 2 weeks ago, I learned from the panel of this project, from the group that is making the whole strategy and that will be also responsible for establishing it. I learned from them that they're looking more for money from Switzerland now to have the fixed asset for the foundation. And all that's coming from America will be poured into the renovation works. And yeah, it takes maybe 2 or 3 more weeks to tell the people exactly how many square meters those rooms will be and what kind of installations will be realized there, what's possible, what's not possible, what kind of exhibits we will have, and what kind of like introduction in Anabaptist history by multimedia technology will be helping the people to just start here in the castle and from here understand the whole of the Anabaptist history throughout Switzerland. So this is a much better position we have now. So we hope that this is encouraging also sponsors to say, okay, we just wait for another 2-3 steps and 2-3 weeks, then we see clearly, and we think the investment will be very well done for this castle. When I came back from the United States at the beginning of August, I felt not only exhausted because it was like 2,000 miles of a ride I made, crossing 5 different states from Pennsylvania to finally Kentucky and Tennessee, throughout Ohio and Indiana. I didn't feel only exhausted and a bit tired, but I also didn't feel too much encouraged. Because, the meetings we had already announced before, they were not attended in the way I expected them to be. And I came home and I was in prayer and was asking God, Lord, was it a failure? Was it a mistake to go there and to hope to find really support from the side of American descendants of the Anabaptists? Then I received a verse from the Lord. And I was picking up my Bible and was checking what's written there. The book of Esther, it was chapter 4, verse 14. And it reads, "If you keep silent in this crisis, relief and deliverance will come for the Jews from another quarter, while you and your father's house will perish." This is a very critical verse, and I never would say, and I underline this, I never would say that Mennonites and Amish would be judged for not supporting the castle of Trachselwald, or even perish because they would not do that, because they didn't grasp this historic opportunity. Like there was a historic opportunity to Esther to save her people. It's not the same level we're talking about, but it tells me 2 things. One thing is, if they do not respond, God will find someone else who stands in the gap and who will do it. This is point 1. So I do not doubt that finally we will have this foundation here and all those beautiful rooms. Point 2 is, it will not be a blessing for those who let the historic time frame pass and not jumping in, not seeing what's at stake, not seeing what's their possibility, what's their responsibility for it. It will not be a blessing for them. This I'm sure. When we think about and speak about this castle of Trachselwald, we're very close to the cloud of witnesses. The cloud of witnesses can be found in this prison tower where they suffered. And they give testimony that faith is more worth than life, and love is stronger than death. This is the basic message, and this is the true heritage. I heard so much about heritage, and the word is so widely used that I'm a bit confused. But when I come back here and stay at the foot of the prison tower, I know this is the heritage. We're talking about this heritage. And as we see the dollar crash coming closer and closer, and as we see the stock market crash coming closer and closer, like another Black Friday, like 1929, so people think about where to put their money. Maybe in 2 years, the value will only be the half or even less. And stocks will be gone, and riches will be eliminated. And why not thinking about this project here, about investing in something which will hold for years, for generations, and will always bring us back to the roots which inspire today's people to go forward in faith. Thank you. God bless you.